You're listening to Rebel Spirituality with me, Sam Goldfinch. Here's the truth. Wisdom doesn't follow rules. So each week we're going to explore what it means to wake up your way so you can live a more peaceful, creative and inspired life no matter your circumstances. It's time to blaze your unique path to truth. Hey friend. So as a lot of you will know, I've recently put together a bunch of new things, and someone had asked me at one point, am I going to gain anything from being a part of this? And I wanted to kind of talk about my answer because it kind of, in the moment, it was like, oh wow, yeah, that's true, because I knew where the question was coming from. I think the question was asking a question that many of us ask about self-help, personal development, spiritual journeys, whatever those things might be. Like, am I going to gain anything from this? Am I going to get anything from it? Because in a very real way, most people, when they go into self-help or personal development, we're looking to enhance our sense of self, if you like. I talk about polishing the personality so that we can become the, quotes, best version of ourselves, end quote, And that's kind of has huge implications, because the way that we approach something is, okay, there's something I'd like to experience in my life. So, for example, more peace or more contentment or more creativity, or I'd love to become the best version of myself. And there's things that I don't need, there's things I need. And yeah, I need to gain those things. So one way of saying that, another way of saying that would be, it's kind of additive in the sense that I'm missing some things, I need to add them in, then I'll have figured this out. And it looks to me like a huge amount of the self-help world, personal development world, is built upon that, is predicated on the fact that people are missing things or lacking things. And if you do X, Y, Z, then you can get to a point where you achieve those things. Now, of course, there are skills that we can learn. Like, I've recently picked up the guitar. I mean, I used to play a huge amount, and I've played a little bit over the last kind of 10 years or so. But for whatever reason, I've just been kind of pulled back in, and I've been playing a lot again recently. And there's skills that I used to have that I'm relearning. And it's helpful for me to watch YouTube videos or to learn to relearn chords that I've forgotten and all of that kind of stuff. But it looks to me that the things that are really central, the things that we value and hold most dear, they're not things that anyone is lacking. And so when I was asked this question, will I gain anything? My initial answer was no. And, I don't know if I did the best job in the moment of explaining exactly what I meant by that, but it was heartfelt. What I meant was, I'm not going to be able to give you anything that you don't already have. You've already got it. And so yes, on the one hand, it may be the case that you gain a deeper sense, well, you gain a deeper sense of who you are and how you work, which is why I want to put this podcast out into the world. My wish for this is that it impacts people and makes a difference, and they hear something, even if it's just something every now and again, you catch sight of something that makes a difference. So I understand that it can feel like you've gained something, but the way I see it, I'm just pointing towards something that's already true for you, and that you're waking up and you're catching sight of that. So Jamie, my good friend and mentor, he talks about this being subtractive, which obviously is the opposite of something being additive. And so, yeah, it's subtractive. So it's not that it wouldn't be an amazing... The thing is, it's not that the things that we come to see through an exploration or, reading a book or whatever, it's not that we can't feel like we gain something, but where's that actually coming from? My assertion is that it's not actually coming from you having found something that you don't have. It's that you come to know something that's already true. You come to see something that's, you come to see what you have going for you. You come to see how you work. You come to understand that probably we've innocently had it the wrong way round. Like, I know for me, for decades, I was basically running the assumption that I was missing something and I had to find it, which has a very particular feeling about it, right? Versus knowing that thing is already within us and that we're just coming to recognize that and see that more deeply. And that's kind of what this is all about for me, is helping people to wake up to that, to wake up to what they have going for them to see that they are genuinely, inherently whole, not as some kind of nice idea, but that is the starting point. And it's like the light of being has been shining on these ideas of not enoughness, but that's actually all they are. So, you might talk to someone who would say, well, I was being coached by this person, or I was listening to this or going through this kind of meditation or whatever, and I had this insight and I realized that this idea that I'd been holding on to is just an idea. And it may look to them like they've gained an experience of contentment or peace or happiness. But as I see it, that's just symptomatic of them coming to recognize who and what they really are. So in a very, very real way, I don't think any of us gain anything at the deepest level. I'm not sure I like the word deepest here, but kind of metaphorically. We may gain skills and, we may experience things and gain experiences and all of that kind of thing. But actually, at the level of who and what we really are, there's nothing to be gained. There's nothing to develop, right? So we talk about self-development. Well, there is no development in the formless dimension. Like, development is a moot point. It's nothing can be added to it or taken from it, or it can't be harmed or hurt or damaged because it's not a thing. In order for something to be added to or taken away from or hurt or harmed or damaged, it has to be a thing. And that's not the something formless is a no thing, is nothing. And so it doesn't operate in that way. It's paradoxically everything, the source of everything, and it is everything, at the same time. So it's something the mind can't wrap its head around. It looks like there's two things. It looks like there's formless and form, and there isn't. There's only one thing, even though it's not a thing. See, we just tie ourselves in knots. But there's nothing to be gained. Like, everything's whole and complete. Life isn't missing anything. How could life be missing anything? At the relative level, it can look like it. And I think that's kind of the gift that we've been given, is for it to look like there is a process, if you like, of development or something. But in the absolute, there is no development. There is no personal development. There is no help in that sense. What could possibly need helping? I don't think I've got anything else to share. So I hope you have an amazing day. Thanks for being here with me as always, and huge love to you. I'll see you soon.